So what I did for us in between, by the way, was I created an druid. Druids can only be true neutral. Hopefully, since it's not a scripted druid for the game, he won't be bitching all the time about, you can forget the company of Yoshimo. So, we saved it in an orderly fashion under Evil Party. And let's go get a Demon Heart. See how we fare. So this is our druid. Gerald the Groveless. I named him.
Z. White medium star new category. Baldur's Gate 2. Shadows of AMM white medium star new status. Evil Party Baldur's Gate 2. Part 14.
So we need to get him equipped. I just created him. And because I do have other things to do. We've still got that guy's body here. You would have thought that would have taken it out of the inventory. What does this do for us? Oh, yes. And I made him where he can use a spear as well as darts. We have all these darts that nobody uses. I thought, this is a great opportunity. The wyvern's head is quite funny. That was a wyvern that we summoned, that they took over, and then we had to kill. It was quite exciting. When you go back and tell people what we did, it actually sounds quite exciting. So I was going to say I have nothing that he can wear. No. That would suck. Okay, but I do. It's not the world, but it's almost certainly better than the proverbial sharp stick in the eye. Dart of wounding, dart +1. We're going to be facing some demons here. Okay, so I took care of potions as well. Okay. Quick save. Now we need to go out and get a demon heart. We still don't know the glyphs. You remember the glyphs in that one room? We still don't know how to muck about with those. This is where we came in at. Starting to question my own sanity. And thank everyone. I want to thank everyone for being in my stream, by the way. Shall we give this a go before we go out and do the demon heart? What I think would be intelligent would be to have the person with the most hit points, which is probably the dwarf. Oh yeah, fight and bite, fight and bite. Let's have everyone else stand out here. What we just experienced with Pillars of Eternity yesterday evening was that they're even stupider than these guys. I don't know how you go backwards with your... I feel... That's why. Okay, so this was the right one. That sucks. My bad. Okay, so actually, oh, he doesn't have one of the greater heals anymore. Okay. So we'll start here. She has a cure critical wounds. Just the next one down from the heal spell. I should know better than to. But the Pillars of Eternity was not any different yesterday evening. We had exactly the same issues. Lesson learned. Now we know the now we know the order. That was less painful than one would have thought. I just don't know where we were supposed to find out what that was. I don't remember. You hear a noise to this, and the side door unlocks. The one that the golem unlocked for us? You suck. Oh no. That's a new one. Well, before we go running down there, let's take a few minutes and use these worthless spells. By the way, these two need to be... She's the primary thief now. The Thief Mage makes a great secondary character in this, as y'all see, because they support Edwin and they replace Yoshimo, who would have left in Chapter 3 anyhow. Just now, Yoshima's not here, so let me give you a little bit of background on what would have happened with Yoshimo, because we lost him and they petrified him, we couldn't cure him, we killed him. Yoshimo was actually working in league with Irenicus. Okay, and you find that out when you get to Spellhold in Chapter 3. That he was a plant in your party in essence to sort of keep you going. And keep an eye on you. We found him in the sanitarium. Wow, that's got a lot of coffee this morning. Just a second. We found him in the sanitarium, in Johnny Boy's sanctum, I mean, if you recall correctly, claiming to have been a prisoner just like us. It turns out our initial suspicions of him were correct. He is anything but like us. Hope this isn't going to make it worse. I'm going to fat water in there. It's hard to get a good balance because I put a little bit of Jacob's 3-in-1. Some of my own, I call it Kinder Cappuccino because it has a lot of cocoa in it. And then a tad bit of strong coffee and some cinnamon sugar. It's kind of a complicated mixture. It's not always easy to get right. I didn't betray the Cowled Wizards. I said I would bring them the body. And I would when I was done with it. But I got locked in here. So, you forged the path and we followed with ease through the doors you opened. We shall continue without you. Now learn why the wrath of the Cowled Wizards is feared. Let me pause the game, please. If you would be so kind. Now we need to get everyone in here. The fuck is wrong with you people? Yeah, everyone else through the door, by all means. Idiots. So, now we need to see how many of them there are. Okay, I'm going to reload this. This just sucks because you can't get the fucking characters in the room. So maybe we're going to try something different. Right? Maybe we will see if we can lure them out to us. It's always a more intelligent strategy than running in. Okay, so let's put him here and her here, and then we're ready. Enemy sighted. So now if they want to get us, they're going to have to come here. Or, I mean, we just won't do this fight. kind of a pain in the ass. Oh, it's nasty weather out there today. So, just a second. I'm going to light some candles. We will need to end at 9. I have to take my partner to the neurologist. We would normally end at 9 anyhow. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. I love candles, by the way. I like to have lots of candles around my house. So now what we would need to do is get them into that frickin' room and space them out so that those area of effect spells don't affect us. The problem is they're too stupid to get them through the door. That helps. So, okay. Now you see why I was checking that. They're going to be weenies about it. Okay, so we did that for a reason. The reasons which I have already stated, that they cannot use their area of effect spells on us as effectively, and neither can we use something like that. Okay, so let's get at this. Let's use a breach spell. We'll have to get used to our other mage being in a different position. See if we can use a breach spell on him. Two can call people to the party.
+1. Alarm clock 20 minutes and 55 seconds.
Need to see if we can get those spell things off them first. They may have a spell turning on them. How are their areas of effect spells so much more powerful than mine? Okay. No point in whining about it. It's shit, but there it is. So we need to spread out farther. And we had time, so that was okay. I want to go get a demon heart this morning. I don't want to be doing this. Night. So useless. We're going to have to get them spread out better than this, but this is a start. get them, if we can get them spread out enough, then these guys are going to have a harder time getting us. See if we can't have a chance of making it impossible, in essence, for them. Or at least difficult, at least so that they can't get all of us. Let's say it that way. So what he has is a cloud kill. Okay, so now let's see if we can get something going here. Breach didn't work on him. Why I think it's going to work on anyone else, I have no idea. Let the critter come to us. You don't have any spells up, but that doesn't mean you don't have any spells. And you can start calling other... Well, we should probably wait for the cloud to dissipate. Lead them over here toward the fighters. Don't know if that's going to help at all. It's hard for my wizard to cast spells when he's running. Excellent. I'll see if we can get that going. Maybe, but they are injured. Leave me alone. Damn it. Make me lose my spell. I don't want that. Okay, we lost Edwin. Which is a huger loss than what it may sound like. I have great hopes that I'm actually penetrating their crap here. The dwarf is... Oh, we lost the dwarf too? Ah, shies. Edwin called the wyvern. They turned Edwin, and now the wyvern's against us as well. Okay, right now I can handle that. Okay, that's not even the most of my problems. That's the very least of my problems. So she needs to start. Okay, let's do the wyvern then. We're going to end up with another wyvern head in our collection. Fuck me. Who's this? So let's call some skeletons. I think he's doing nothing to him. Oh, we've got Edwin again. Good. Good, 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 good. when you're using their spells against them. See? He's still doing that to us. Someone keeps poisoning her repeatedly. Unfortunately, it also got our wyvern a little bit. We're not getting the damage on these fuckers that we need. They're badly damaged, but we need to get more than that. Oh, we've got these two isolated. Let's do this. See what he has that might be useful. We can't do that indoors. He's a druid, which means that one is not doable indoors. His encasing looks weaker. The dwarf can come and try. Give that a try. One of the things I want her to do is come over here. Guy's still casting his fucking fireball spells. Okay. Okay, what have to tell about it? Any fight you walk away from is a good fight. Let's be honest. And that's pathetic, though, that the Callowed Wizards have just normal quarterstaffs. And the loot from that fight was shit, considering how hard it is. Let's just be honest about it. That was shit. Two extremely powerful wizards come after you, and that's what you get out of it? Pathetic. Okay, I'm done complaining. For now. Okay, so let's get ourselves healed up and sleep and then move on. Don't know who I just hit. Okay. I did get that right. I was afraid I'd accidentally hit her. It makes no sense to heal her. So, and again, everyone, welcome to my stream. It's nice to have you here this morning. We're going to go get a demon heart. They were smarter back then with their programming, at least, weren't they? Yeah, we injured ourselves ever so slightly. That's just the price you pay, you know? And a troll, our Flail of Ages should take care of him, actually. So we're not going to sweat it too hard. As I said. So. Oh, we didn't sleep, did we? Sometimes that is a great big huge duh on my part. Let me grab some Butterstollen. I've been looking forward to this. Excuse me. Oh, das Zeug schmeckt so gut. Das ist nicht fassen. Das ist unmöglich. Anyhow, Stollen tastes good, but butter Stollen tastes really good. And small slice never hurt anyone. So, sadly enough, we actually call this breakfast over here. Should be a dessert. And we're not quite in Sweden. My grandfather's parents were from the old world, so we were always told to eat our dessert first so we had room for it. Don't know if that's common in Sweden. How many doors are there in this place? Seriously? What happened to my fucking ice spell? It's a freaking mutt fight. Deal with it. Okay, that was bogus. I don't even know what's wrong with this game. That the original version was not in this condition. If you cast a spell in the original edition, you fucking cast a spell in the original edition. There was none of this, in case the game feels like it, maybe they'll do it, It's like this here. What's this here? The fuck is this about? You're standing right there telling them all to attack, and nobody's attacking. Seriously, what is that about? Oh, fuck me. It wouldn't end like this if you dumb fuckers would leave the room. What the fuck is wrong with this thing? We aren't going into that room for now. That is just fucking stupid. I know that we were a bit low level for this content, but you see, we've done okay, you know. But that is just fucking stupid. You can't get him out of the room? He's gonna go lure some of these things out. Okay, so let's do this. If y'all don't come here or hear me rant, you're here for the wrong reasons. Let's just say it that way. What? How is a spell still there? Sagamol? I've never seen anything quite that stupid. A spell can't exist if the spellcaster isn't still there. Well, it could, but that looks like something they're, you know, like agonizer's scorching touch or fingers or hand or who knows what member of their body. So, yep. Nothing worse than a fucking fire genie, you know? What's an Ifrit? Well, in that case, I was gonna say, you ain't gonna live if you don't get the fuck out of there. So, let's heal him. New solution. Until the problem's solved. Okay. This game, isn't it, that our main guy is always going, ugh. I didn't even see what it is that's throwing fireballs at me. Poor dwarf. But he's in the best shape, so that's why we're sacrificing him. He's got the most hit points, that is to say. This thing is not going to move because it doesn't have to move. Well, then let's send the dwarf around. I'm sure there were other critters in there. One's willing to chase us. Yes. Oh, this is that's our druid, yeah. I'm starting to get confused. It's not that they're dangerous, you know, singularly or in pairs. It's that room is not safe. That is the stupidest understatement of the year. That room is not safe. Do you think? Oh, poor dwarf. So, if memory serves, there is, let me turn on this heater. Oh, I'm freezing. I'm freezing. Okay. Could probably put a sweater on. There's one critter left. Waves of dry heat throb throughout the entire chamber from this device, keeping these extraplanar beings alive. What are you? A magma mephite. Into a sunt. Have her check for traps. Bring your dem butt over here. I thought this place was much bigger. I had it in my memory that it was. That might be, we might have been stepping on traps too. Everybody stand still. We might have been stepping on traps. Well, we didn't, I don't think we stepped on that one, but we could have. And that would account for why we were getting our butts blown up. Tends to happen when you step on traps, doesn't it? Ooh. Okay. Blast her and her blasted bloody inventory. We're clearly not using these. Oh, that one she might use. What is that? Now we got 2 wyvern heads. Edwin keeps summoning these wyverns, and then, or wyverns, and then they kill us. Ring of the Ram. Once per day, do 5 to 30 hit points of damage to an opponent. I'm all over that. Oh yeah. So, okay, gives us a little bit more space. Bloody hell. Get the rest. Since Edwin is not capable of doing divination spells, he's not capable of using identification spells, which is why I take an extra wizard, by the by. Did I put those clown colors on you? Doesn't seem like something I would do. Okay, sorry. No one's using the arrows now that Yoshimo is no longer with us. Staff of Fire. Combat ability. If a fire element is hit, it must save versus spells or be destroyed. Well, thanks. This is a little late coming. He can use a staff, and nobody uses a shield. The dwarf had been using a shield. He had not, however, had a sword and shield style, and so we gave him a 2-weapon style. OT. Bugger me. So at least we took the intelligent solution. We need to be more careful, I guess. Caution is for weenies. Look at this. This is how old this game is. This can be played in 64 by 480, a 640 by 480, or it can also be played 800 by 600. It was a new resolution at that time. Oh, goodness sakes. Oh yeah, this is getting more problem. I think this is where we need to be later to actually get this fucking thing started back up when we have the demon heart. Adamant, iron. Why didn't we see it when we first walked in? Is my question. Because now, hi Mark. The fuck is he just standing there? Yeah, iron golems will do that to. Oh my gosh. Try not to hit our own people. Okay, that's not going to work, so you guys stand back. Did the best I could. I don't know who's... That was Edwin. For some reason it casts after it blasts. Not complaining though. It's just weird. Okay, he should not be in the first row here. He really shouldn't. Okay, and all of a sudden we can see nothing of his stuff. That was weird. Nice rack, Edwina. Just saying. I know it. As big a fan as I am of Baldur's Gate, and I am getting quite frustrated by the game. We'll just let him die and then we'll restart. The fact that what keeps you from being able to heal somebody is because the fucking characters can't figure out where they're going. If you came here for someone who's mindlessly uncritical, you came to the wrong place, by the way. That is not me. We'll clear the way, see what the room is. Because our characters certainly don't know what the room is, right? So we came in here, there was nothing here. Oh, bugger me. I should have slept. Trying to find what we need to destroy the golems. Try to get everyone out of her way this time. Why did he stop? I was going to say, this cannot happen again. I think we had better luck last time, didn't we? See if we can catch them on the fringes without catching our own people. We definitely did the best job we could. Any healing she has available is going to be something of a moot point. Fuck it, we're going to lose the dwarf and there's nothing we can do about it. So let's go get the demon heart and we'll come back. Because that is just ridiculous content, as we all see. Honestly, never in my life seen anyone spend so much time in bed. But it's been like 2.5, almost 3 months since he had his stroke. And it didn't hit him too hard, which was, you know, a godsend. Because usually strokes are very, very bad things. And he had the whole right side of his face was paralyzed, completely paralyzed. The right side of his body was weakened. Okay, so let's go back, as I've said. We'll open the door, then we're going back. And we're going to sleep here. Because we're going to have to go up a level before we can fight those things. That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That is some pretty hard fucking content. Oh yeah, we lured some of these things out and then we got bored and opened another door, didn't we? No one step on anything because of that. If the fire room was trapped, we can assume that this one is as well. Sometimes you find the traps quickly, sometimes it takes forever. I think what I'm going to do is when I stream a good party, I may go ahead and take the enhanced edition. I do own both. I don't like the enhanced edition, as I've said, it's just force modded content. And it's modded with shit that I would have never put on my computer. Some of the stupid new characters they have and the timers. At least when I played it, the timers were completely off. They were still tied to the BIOS clock, you see. And, well, the BIOS clocks nowadays are a lot quicker than they used to be. Helm of Defense. No armor class bonus, but you get a +1 to your savings throws. Electric, cold, and fire resistance. And of course it protects against critical hits. I remember the dwarf has a smashing looking helm. That's one of the videos that I posted that some people didn't like. It was amazing. You're just like, seriously? Wah! Wah, I say. That's how the people are sometimes. Wah! What are you whang about? So this one's better than the one he has on. The other one looks better, but this one protects better. Sacrifices must be made, right? Remember, we were in the temple. We were stealing the statue for the shadow thieves for that quest. From Weimar, the initial quest we had, and or maybe we had to give it to Edwin. I don't remember. And we brought it back. We went in the temple. We couldn't get the guards to leave even at night, so we just had Yoshimo stealth. And then he went, and when he took the statue, they obviously keyed off, and everyone started attacking us. And we attacked the guards, killed them, and they had those smashing looking helmets on them. And that was what I said. I said, oh, look at this. They got some good shit on them. And then I put it on the dwarf, and I said, here, dwarf, try this on. Oh, it looks smashing in that. That was a whole video. I think that the bulk of humanity have become so used to computers that they forget that it's just a bunch of fucking digital blips. This isn't the real world. As I've said before, I was the first female field artillery digital systems repair specialist for the U.S. Army. So I've been working with computers since 1985. I am keenly aware that it doesn't fucking exist. This isn't the real world, people. But then again, some people are convinced that their kids playing violent video games is what causes their kids to be lunatics, instead of the fact that they're probably shitty parents. Because me playing these games never led me. Oh, same room, different door. Horror shit. Nice to know we have options. I'm afeared, however, of what we might find. No, seriously, I mean, we look at our movies are absolute shit and violent with bones cracking and all sorts of crap in them. And we don't need to think that the kids don't watch them, they do. The ratings mean nothing. Okay, the pulsing mass of flesh seems to be the power core for the sphere. You will have to find some way to repower it if you wish to return to Atkatla and the prime material plane. So we do need the heart of a demon, and now we know where we can come in and we don't have to fight those fucking golems. And I'm just going to be a kleine Naseweis. Naseweis, by the way, is the German word for someone who's nosy. You don't say to the people, you are nosy. You say, du bist aber eine Naseweis. You're a Naseweis. You know, the Nase, Weiss is like, to know, I think is because Weiss is white and to know is wissen. So I think that's actually the to know version, not that you're a white nose. That would be kind of weird. That looks like it's not a false door though, is it? Maybe you come into the room with us, darling. It'll make your job 10 times easier. All the rest of you fools, get out of the feckin' way. The door leads to an empty storage area. There's no point in trying to bypass the magical ward. That's a nice hint. There's nothing of interest here. That's what that equates to. So let's go outside, find our demon heart, then we can come back. Well, at least we know where we're going, right? We've cleared it out, except for the golems. So mental note, go through the ice chamber, not the fire chamber. Those were some wicked fuckers, weren't they? I think that what would happen is, if we had waited, he would have told us the order we would have had to have done these things in. But there's only 4 of them. The combination possibilities are finite. At least, and especially since you get punished if you get the wrong glyph. That helps tremendously. Believe me, if you play Skyrim and you have these 3 things and you don't know the code, and there's 3 possibilities for 3 things, then you become aware. It's also very finite, actually, the possibilities, but you become keenly aware of the number of possibilities. So let's go back to these nights of we're completely, utterly fucking useless. I believe that's where they said they were from. Screw them. The only reason I talked to them is because I thought they might have useful information. Okay, guys, let's make sure we have a full complement of spells. It looks like it. Shall we go get our ass kicked? Also, just a second, I want to try some. I wish he would. He's just so fucking lazy and useless sometimes. It's quite frustrating. And on the Apple phones, you can't call if you have your Wi-Fi turned off. I fucking hate the Apple phones, by the way. Did I tell you that? I will never buy another one. Herr Dr. Lange? Oh, sorry. Tut mir leid. Okay, well, looking through my recents is not going to do it. I landed in the auto house, which is not what I wanted. Okay. Fucking. That's what happens when you just start calling random unsaved numbers in your phone. Seriously? Dickheads. Y'all are like, what in the world? Okay, well, I'll try back later then. So, let's play. Screw that is what I say. They seem to be extremely busy since they're back from vacation. We'll just walk up there when we're done streaming. Imps. Why are you standing there playing with yourself? Start attacking. I was way lower level when I was doing this stuff the first time I did this. I remember it was just, wow, it was a nightmare. I was like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into and how am I going to get out of this fucking place? Because I am in the habit of keeping just one save, you know. Well, we have the quick save, you have the auto save already, so, you know. Oh. If I said I'm sorry now, would that make up for it? I'm thinking no. And I'm thinking all my fire spells are going to be... She's the one with the remove... Ah, he has it too? Nothing I've done so far has injured him at all. We're not going to make that. And now my thought is exactly the same, and that is, this sucks. The worst thing is that in this game you tend to have fire spells. Let's go through our spells real quick and see if there's something else we could do with them before I do. I've got to switch these guys around. It's going to drive me nuts. Okay. See what else we can do with these. See what I mean? Almost everything available to you are fire spells. Target loses 1 to 6 hit points for every 2 caster levels to a maximum drain of 6 to 36 for a 12th level caster, which I think she's not quite. Hit points are added to the caster's current hit points level, with any hit points over the caster's normal maximum treated as temporary additional hit points, which means you lose those as soon as the battle's over with. Oh, it's okay. It lasts for 5 turns. Okay, and you can't cast it multiple times. Once wouldn't hurt though, would it? See, flame arrow, fireball, fire seeds. That's her ice spell. Which has a brutal area of effect. That's a cone of cold. I'm going to take that. She doesn't have anything more. Edwin is a full mage, which means that he has much better spells. Chain lightning, I already have twice. This disintegrate is probably not going to work on these high level creatures. Another creature, when you cast a spell on another creature, a thin green ray shoots out. Upon contact, the creature must make a saving throw versus spells or be transformed into dust. This transformation is instantaneous and irreversible. There is a good chance that it will destroy some, if not all, of the items the creature is carrying.
Lane_777.
Hi.
Welcome to my channel.
Not that we're doing...
Lane_777. Said. So many spells, so little time.
Yeah. You're right there. So, he's disastrous with, he keeps calling the wyverns, then they take control of him, and then the wyverns turn against us. So I'd say, let's not do that again. We'll take chain lightning. We're doing the spear one, where we're coming up against demons, and fire spells are obviously not going to help, and fire spells are what you primarily have in this game, which we were just bemoaning. Welcome to my stream, by the way. There is a lag in the stream. I apologize. I have looked everywhere. I can't find the latency. I can only assume it's because I've tried to make it a medium quality stream. The rest is Twitch, however. Okay, so we do have Melf's Acid Arrow. We're probably not going to use these down here on the demons. It's little enough, but there it is. Grease can be so much fun. But again, we're probably not going to use that here. Laclar's Minor Drain. Drain the life force from a target and adds it to his own. So it's similar to the Vampiric Touch, just a lower level version of it. That's Shocking Grasp. Edwin doesn't usually get within a range to be able to grab things, but every once in a while he is there against his will. So now let's take a look at the cleric spells real quick. We're getting our asses kicked down here in the hells or plane of, what are we on? Negative material plane? Would that be? I don't think they've told us yet. Bolt of Glory should be okay. That is a fire strike. That's probably not going to be very effective. Or bolts undead. I know this is boring for a lot of people, but this is part of the game. Here it is. Okay. I don't really, we have this one here, but the reality is, you attach an opponent in order to visit the effect upon them. An item is created upon casting. The next attack is made with this item. The priest will then have 18 seconds in order to make this attack. If the first attack misses, then the item disappears and the spell is wasted. However, if the attack succeeds, then the victim automatically takes 2d6 plus 9 damage. Also, he must make a savings throw versus spells, and he is instantly killed. The spell can be dispelled if cast between the casting of this spell and the necessary attack. Bleh.
I am still leaning as well. I know most mage spells up to level 6. Like 3 weeks of studying them, lol.
I know them from the old days when I used to game. In the pen and paper games, you know. We would watch Star Trek The Next Generation, which dates the period right there. It was my university days the first time around. And then we'd play D&D, D&D, 2nd edition. But I always need to look it up anyhow to refresh exactly what the effects are. You know, how powerful is it? What are the parameters? So, I guess we could take Slay Living and take our chances. But I'm going to say our chances on the demon with the demons are probably not that good. If we cast protection from evil, we're evil, so that just makes no sense to me. Don't know what the game would do with that. We have poison. Miscast magic, which probably is not going to be worth anything down here. As we saw, however, the remove paralysis is going to be very necessary. The rest of the priest spells are, by and large, not too terribly relevant. Okay. We do have a druid. I think for all intents and purposes, we are outside. We lost Yoshimo prematurely. Someone petrified him. We couldn't undo it, so we just destroyed him. We are playing an evil party, by the way. In case anyone didn't know or has mayhap forgotten. Ooh, the call insects is really good. I keep forgetting he has the healing spells.
LUL.
I'm just having fun here. So these are fire seeds as well. Again, in the hells, that's probably not going to be particularly helpful. This is cause, this is heal, this is harm. It's the opposite of heal. What's this one? Physical mirror. That might be a nice one to have. At least keep him from taking too much damage. Our reputation, by the way, should have been -4 at one point. I had to, but it only goes down to 1. And I had to set our reputation back up to 4 just to keep the guards from attacking us at every turn. Excuse me, which makes your day rather difficult, to be frank about it. Shall we try again, guys? Just I wish we could lure them so we could take care of a couple of them at a time, you know? Instead, we stumbled upon a nest full of these guys. Oh, yeah. Come, hop, hop. You will hear a lot of German in my stream. German is how shall I say this? German is the next language in which I'm fluent. It wasn't the second one that I learned. It is, however, the one that the foreign language in which I am most fluent. So my original second language was Spanish, obviously, like so many others, except it was because we lived in a village in New Mexico where we were the only white family. My name was Gringa. That's how come me to have Spanish as a second language. So, and then I took German in high school as a second language because I couldn't learn. We weren't allowed to. That was Cold War. You're talking about Cold War America. The learning of Russian was almost non-existent. I did click on this thing, didn't I? Not on drugs. I know that for a fact. I'm not on drugs, so. No, since I wanted to learn Russian and I couldn't learn Russian, so I went ahead and took German. I know it sounds insane. You're like, how is that even? We're going to have to kill that thing. We need its heart. Oh, I just realized we need that thing's heart. Maybe if we come around from a different direction, however, we can lure some of its little friends away. Or maybe we'll find one that's more alone.
For this area, I remember rage quitting twice in here.
It's, oh. What I'm waiting for is we have to do Spellhold first, and then we'll get pulled down into the hells. The dialogue for an evil party is hilarious. It makes the whole thing worthwhile. It really does. Every time we load the game, this guy's stuff is gone. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's pick something where he has multiple spells where it makes a little bit of sense.
Set. 2 viewers.
Okay.
Alarm.
By the way, guys, if you click on the little medal in Twitch, if you have it available to you, you'll see there are more people sitting in this stream at the moment. They just lurk, and for some reason, Twitch doesn't count them. That's why I'm not affiliated yet, because people come into my stream and they like to lurk, and I have to have an average of 3 viewers. Which is fine. I can't do anything about it. I've accepted that. Okay. It's a very limited area, isn't it? We're going to have to fight that guy eventually. I get that, because we're going to need his heart or one of his friends' hearts. We need the heart of a demon, so we're going to have to fight a demon eventually. Hoo-wah-ha-na-ha-hoo-ha. Anyone see the enemy? An Ethercap. Well, it's not the scariest thing we've faced today, that's for sure. That is a strange Ethercap. Ah! Because it's not. Problem solved. I love Edwina. Hello, Sha. It's one of the things I don't like. You pause the game. You can't unpause the game again immediately. Has to be a certain amount of time that passes before you can unpause the game again. That's our mage thief. I took a completely mental voice set for her. I don't like the sexual aspects of it. This game was, to a large extent, made for the young gamer guys at that time. They didn't think about that there were... Well, to be fair, there weren't as many gamer girls, I think, at that point. We're not a rare breed anymore, but we were back then. Okay, so as I said, if we can even just pull away some of the smaller critters. Okay, there's that demon we need. That's a different one. Yeah, come and get me. You can hear that fucker casting his spell. You little weenie butt. Although, to be fair, I would do the same thing. That's not actually hurting him, so let's not waste our spells on that. How much of this area, did you go through the whole area when you did this, by the way, Blaine? I would be interested to know. I know there's a lag in the stream, so... I try to move out of the way of his magic. Oh, I'm such a weenie butt. But the content is kind of hard, so I feel justified. She is silenced. He's silenced. She's also paralyzed. Let's break her paralysis at the very least.
_777.
Uh,
I did all of it. Yoshino,
you did.
However, died twice.
He got petrified for us, so we just destroyed him. I don't have any use for petrified thieves. I couldn't cure him anyhow, was the hugest thing. So, oh, and he's silenced.
Via me. Welcome to my channel.
Hi. Welcome.
_777.
Oh, excellent.
Those demons kept paralyzing him. LOL.
Yeah, they're getting to me here too. Ugh. And I can unparalyze her, but she's useless, so there's no point. I think I'm going to, and yeah, don't forget, we are playing an evil party here, folks. So, you know, this gehört dazu, this belongs to it. It's kind of a literal translation. Bugger me. That thing is just going after him, isn't it? For the moment. Have him heal himself. Are we doing any damage to this dumb thing? Bugger me. And it's too bad that he's silenced. He had some good spells. What is he looking up at the sun for? Oh yes, he's silenced. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay, we're not going to be able to save our mage thief. That much is obvious. He has taken it in his head to kill her, and we can't do anything for her, but we can raise her afterward. That's just the way that is. He is badly injured, so we are making headway here. A demon heart. That's what we needed. So let's raise the winch. Get her dressed. Oh shit, he's still silenced. Let's wait for the spell to wear off then. There we go. And now we can raise her. By the way, there's some, I don't know, I downloaded this with an offline downloader from GOG. And we've had a lot of glitches in this game. Montalban wasn't where he was supposed to be at all. He just was completely missing. But there's been a number of things that we've seen that aren't what they should be. And I don't know if it has to do with I'm assuming it has to do with the offline downloader. We can't write in the journal, we can't make a custom map marker. If we do, we crash the game. So I'm not sure what GOG has, how they have managed to screw this up. Montalban was there last time I played with the GOG version, so I'm really at a loss there. Oh, he has a heal spell. Yeah. He has his spells as well. So we have run into some glitches in this thing. Okay, now everybody over here except you, get your stuff. Get dressed. So let's get those first because those are the things that will not go in these slots. Get her dressed again. Such a pain in the rump roast, isn't it? I'm glad y'all can join me this morning. It's quite early in Central Europe, actually. Oh, and the weapons, I don't have our weapons yet, but those will come.
Lane_777
Okay.
said, "Oh, this is classic. Honestly, I don't know the difference between the two."
Oh yeah, this is classic. I don't know. I just know when I tried to play the enhanced edition, all it was a force modded version of this. They had new characters that I didn't want. The timers were still tied to the BIOS clock, which meant that the quests were, you didn't have long to start the quests for people once you took people into your party. And I found it to be quite annoying, to be honest with you. This is the classic version. This is not the enhanced edition. So those are, the reasons why I don't play the enhanced edition, by the way. They had that one vampire chick you could take, which is, kind of nice, but a lot of the other content. And then the thing that irritated me the most was the quests. That the quest triggers were so quick. And then I did some research on it and saw that that was because those were tied to the BIOS originally. So, the BIOS clock thingy, And I was like, that explains it. So, that puts us there. We can go back. We'll probably have to fight the other demon still. Oh! Well, it certainly wasn't purposeful, I can assure you. So we're just going to go back up here for the moment. Kill some of your friends. These are some crazy critters here that can actually summon others to fight for them. Okay. Let's see if we can... Just seeing if we can get some of its friends so that it doesn't have quite so much backup. And then, let's see what we can do here. That last one was wicked. Actually, let's let her cast her ice spell first. It's probably not going to be worth it. And her spell did not cast again. That is the other thing we've run into, is a lot of our silence spells and stuff are or our spell breaches and stuff are not working. They're just not casting. You sit there, you watch them, and they're trying to cast it, and nothing is happening. Let's make sure of what she has equipped. It's actually a +2. Could have wished that there was a huger difference between the normal ones and the +1, by the way. Are we doing anything? It's laughing in our face. I laugh at your feeble attempts, mortal. So let's do Oh, such a dangerous spell. We might do more damage with it than what we do good. By the way, who would have hit it? We didn't sleep, did we? Looks like we're going to lose the mage again. The little fucker's just running amok, isn't it? We're going to lose the druid too. He's just really running amok. As long as we win, we can raise the other two. So evil. That's the worst thing, is I just don't have healing spells. Now he's dead. He was the third healer. Edwin has primarily... You should throw some magic missiles at him. Okay. Like I said, any fight you can walk away from is a good fight. So, however, he only had one raise spell. He used that. Bah. I thought we took that flame strike off of her. Now you. I remember these scenes the first time I saw them. Oh, we were woken. We were awakened. Ah.
These winged demons start the battle with either silence or paralyze. It's pretty deadly.
It is too, especially depending on how many people they get. Like you saw with that first one, it paralyzed him and her, and it silenced him, her, and him. I think it was, which was just brutal, you know. See if we can sleep now. Okay, so now we can raise our dead. Okay. Heal her. This is what it's, high-level characters are so cool. They really are. You know, you start playing these games. This one starts you at 8th level, so that's okay. I had expected the ability to import my character from the first one, and for some reason, I thought that we used to have that ability. Dressing her is a pain in the rump roast. But you certainly don't have that ability now. Regardless, because this is a continuation of the first one, you know, so it's anticipated that when you finish Baldur's Gate 1 that you will be approximately 8th level. I don't know if y'all have played that one. It's kind of brutal. You were, back during that game, you were, if you went in your inventory, the game unpaused. Which was completely brutal. It really was. Like, no. So if you were in the middle of a fight, you could forget with the pausing and unpausing the game and stuff. You could just forget that. Because it was going to unpause the game when you, if you could forget going into your inventory, pausing the game and going into your inventory. Because it would unpause the game. There we go. Finding a voice for him was just... But he's true neutral because he's a druid, and druids were only allowed to be true neutral at that time. Oops, back in the day. I'd envisioned him using those darts down here, but... He didn't really, but that is the end of that portion. she said, naively optimist. She said with naive optimism. But hey, his little friends that we... Another one! No! I'm assuming she didn't get her spell off. Edwin definitely didn't get his spell off. We're gonna die here. This was the one we encountered in the beginning. Fuck me. And he's already, for some reason, why didn't his call lightning spell work? He's silenced. Moment mal. She's paralyzed. We need to solve that problem. She has a vocalize spell. There's just too many of them. There's too many of them. So she has a vocalize spell, but she can't cast it as such like that. Where is she and where is he? Bloody hell, where is Edwin? Edwin needs to come over here, and until then we'll have her, because we don't want to waste her spell. I don't think we're going to make this. His call lightning spell clearly is just not working. So let's try something different there. What's the dwarf working? He's working on just whatever he can get a hold of, isn't he? And him. So Edwin is there. Let's try a vocalize spell.
+1. Alarm clock 1 hour 42 minutes and 23 seconds.
So, and handy y'all, by the way. Trying to see if there's anything. I suppose it doesn't hurt to try. It didn't let me pick a target for that spell, which was kind of bogus. Okay, she vocalized it, only vocalized on her. That's complete shit. Which means Edwin is a waste of space at the moment.
Lane_777 said, that's why I too many fire imps.
I agree. And I was just thinking to myself, there's not a lot I can do at the moment. Now he's paralyzed. We're going to die anyhow. I'll just let it die and reload. Actually, we have the heart we need, so I don't actually want to fight this demon. Let's go back the way we came, which would make more sense. This is a really brutal fight. And I'm going to be a weenie butt. We're going to go around so we can go into the thing and get the heart into the machine, because we want to finish this up today, if humanly possible. I love that. Oh, he brought all his friends. How fun for us. The fuck? All we did was reload our save. Come on. And all of a sudden we got this guy and all his cousins. Okay. Let's get the big bosses first. Where is she? Did you get your dumb butt over here? Is there a name for what's wrong with you? Yeah, it's called a bad player and on the controls. Okay. That was just really bizarre, wasn't it? All of a sudden they all pop up there. Okay. I like him. I guess we saved it before we slept. Certainly is what it looks like when I look at her spells. Let's see if we can find our way back. And then we can sleep inside the sphere. You can sleep when you're dead. So I really don't feel like doing that fight, guys. I'm going to weenie out of that. If humanly possible. There we go. Let's go back to the sphere. We already need to, remember, go through the ice room, not the fire room. Because the ice room didn't have the golems. The fire room had those golems that just kicked the shit out of us over and over again. Oh, I'm so ashamed. Nude. Never in this lifetime have I claimed to be the best gamer in the world, but I enjoy it. So, OT. Now let's see where we need to go again. That goes to the navigation room. Okay. Wah! Edwina. I'll never forget the first time I played this and that happened. You usually end up with Edwina in your game anyhow. In the very beginning, the first time you play it, because you don't have anyone else, so you just let him join you, let Edwin join you and do his quest. Oh. We kept Jahira long enough to do her quest, and then we kicked her elven butt out of our party. So now this one led to him. Let's go talk to him. We've got the heart. We probably want to talk to him first. He's going to give us the combination for the room that we found out by trial and error, just because we're dweebs. By we, I mean me, but you know, hey. Okay, excellent. And if our main character were a mage, this is what we would get as our stronghold. In this game, every class has a stronghold that you can win. For the fighters, it's Nalia's stronghold. For the druids, it's the grove that you do with Saren, by the way. For the priests, it's my guy is a priest of Talos, so he got a room in the temple to Talos. Here, this is the mages. This is what they get. The Thieves Guild, I think they give you the guild that Mavar previously had. Yeah, we've got 2 of them. You had 3, Blaine, right? Wow. Go quickly. Okay, we've already been to those rooms. I thought he would give us the combination, but he didn't. So I guess we would just be doing trial and error anyhow. I didn't see, maybe I just overlooked the combination. It's not a problem because we got it. And this is the one that we would need to be finding out the combination to. It was, by the way, just in case you all do this, it was north, south, east, and west. Which I didn't remember. We had to redo it. It's been years since I've played through this thing. But I don't even know how many times I played it back when, with various, trying out different characters and everything, you know, what did you do. But the thing is that I'm not a power gamer, so I'm not looking for the best build. I was quite disgusted when I went into the forums to see what people were doing. Ice room, not the fire room. And that is, they're looking for the best build for the game, you know, and that's power gaming. Role-playing is when you create your character and you play your character. Our character concept in this one is our Priest of Talos. We're playing an evil party. And he's a good choice, I think. He's lawful evil, by the way, which has been quite challenging. It's like with the Cowled Wizards, when we promised to bring them the body, we were going to. We just didn't say we wouldn't use it first. Which we did. For lack of a more obvious solution, you feed the demon's heart to one of the many mouths and are embedded in the flash of the structure. A moment later, the sphere shudders and you... I didn't read quickly enough. The power core of the sphere roars to life, distorting space as it races through the planes. After a few minutes, the sphere lurches and power fades, power core fizzles. The sphere has taken its last planar jaunt. So it's just a useless round object now. That kind of sucks because as a mage, if you're given the stronghold, obviously you would want to travel the planes. I mean, who would not want to travel the planes? Be like a planescape. They could have done that. They could have done like a planescape, torment type of thing. But they didn't. If y'all haven't played Planescape Torment, you really need to. And in that game, don't be afraid of dying. You're going to die. It's part of the game. You're going to die, wake up in the mortuary, find your way back out again. You find your way out of the mortuary, find your way into the mortuary. It's a lot of fun. It is really a lot of fun. I have the original version of that as well as the enhanced edition, but the original version has graphic glitches on the modern computers. It's another GOG game. The enhanced edition on that one is really pretty good. I can recommend it. So now let's find out what's going on with this guy. Whether he tricked us or not. Sun, S-U-N. I did promise him that I would do that, and so we will. We have a lawful character, whether he's lawful evil or lawful good. He is still lawful. Hey, dwarf. Oh wait, he has gauntlets of ogre power, doesn't he? And he died. Cool, we'll take his ring. And our thief mage has leveled up. Acuity. Gives 2 extra second level spells and 1 extra third level spell and 1 extra fourth level spell. Well, we know where that's going. Because this is where it's going to be best placed. Nothing against her. She's a good mage. Okay, so far what we have specialized, this basically with her pluses gives her 100. Okay, we have taken great pains to give her a huge detect illusion ability. Okay. Which hopefully will pay off. I don't think I've played a thief in this game, to be honest with you. Okay. So this was our main goal today, and we did it just in time because this stream generally goes from 7 to 9 a.m. Central European time. What I will try to do is to extend it so that most mornings, if I don't have something more pressing to do, then we will play longer. This morning, however, sadly, I have to take my partner to the neurologist. He had a new mini stroke, and we need to get that taken care of, which I'm sure everyone understands. So it's not that we're that old, it's just that he's having them quite young. He has some sort of a genetic predisposition toward it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end the game and end our stream. By the way, you guys are probably wondering why the bunny ears. I am the mother of 9 rabbits at the moment. All my rabbits are getting older. So I will be losing them over this next year, a large part of them.
Said, thank you for the adventure.
Oh, you're very welcome, and thank you so much for accompanying me on this portion. I hope that you will come back again. I stream every weekday morning at about this time, Baldur's Gate 2, and in the evenings, Central European time. If you look in the Twitch schedule, it'll show you in your time zone, we stream Pillars of Eternity, and that's a neutral party, true neutral party. So y'all join me again then. Thank you very much, and y'all have a wonderful day. I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.